Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Anytime you walk into one of these buildings, as you can see, they haven't restored it, but yet they haven't let it fall apart. And there's a lot of people who unfortunately wrote their names on the wall. I hope you're not going to be one of those people.
Hang on, guys. I know we're supposed to be having class here,
It feels like you've just taken a step
but
back
today's a
in
little
time.
just unorthodox, you know. Got nuisances and whatnot, you know. People always like to be
There were still a lot of
nuisances
people
when
who
they
lived
can
here
be.
until about the 1950s.
And, you know, I'd rather much prefer them not be
And you can go to
nuisances.
the backyard of a lot of these places and check out even more.
But we're studying, right? And they won't let us study, so we're
And
going to
here's
keep a
the
very
old
close
post.
eye on them.
It must have
I
been
mean, we already
pretty
have been, but, you know, we're
experience
even
to be stuck
closer.
in here for the weekend.
Because they want to fucking play dumb.
I'm sure it was also very cold. This town has some amazing staff and friendly volunteers. Anything that you want to know, you can find out from the visitor center. Our next town is Vernon, Montana. This is located almost an hour east of Missoula. And once again, this is also a state park. There is a parking lot. This town is recognized as one of the best preserved ghost towns in Montana. This town began in the 1860s. And at its peak, Garnet had about 1,000 residents. And during the summer months, there is the visitor center. And most of the buildings are locked, so you can walk around and go inside. In 1912, a fire destroyed much of the town.
Why is there still so much noise? Like, so much unnecessary noise. So guys, we're resuming class.
Over the last 50 years, the Bureau of Land...
I'm sure if whoever watched the video last night got to watch Lucius Aurelian. Today we're watching abandoned ghost towns in Montana. Since people think Montana's like a very small state or it's like a very empty, lonely state or whatever. I thought I'd show you guys, you know, some of the architecture there. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, Fort Benton. So one of the stops we're gonna check out is Fort Benton. After this, I'm gonna rewind this video. I'm sure some of you guys saw it, heard it, but please bear with me. guys can see in the other YouTube channel, I am recording the other spot because I'm trying to teach the class and I'm not being allowed to teach the class, so I'm sorry, students. Thank you guys for following this other channel. So class, let's try this again. Now, we're going to watch Ghost Towns in Montana's mountains. The previous one we had just watched was Ghost Towns in Montana, but the lower Montanas, like the mountains. So now we're going to do the Ghost Towns in Montana's mountains. I hope you guys enjoy. Just bear with me, write down your notes, and tonight we'll all link back together around 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and go over notes.
To go
Get the goddamn door.
town located about 20 miles southwest of Helena. The town was established
Retards,
after the
man.
discovery of gold in the area around 1870.
Educate yourselves, idiots. They're fucking doing
The
nothing.
comet mine was the
Especially Utah.
primary reason for the town's existence.
I just know, bro, they're not teaching him the right
The road in
things.
the town is pretty good. Most vehicles should be able to get
Teach
here with
him the
no
truth.
problem.
There was a whole civilization here.
There are still a handful of residents who live in the area. At its peak, it had a population of about 300 people. During its heyday, Comet had several amenities, including a post office, a school, saloons, and even a newspaper. By the early 1900s, most of the gold had run out, and most residents had left. The post office closed in 1903.
And students watching on this channel, do not mind any background noise. My family is completely retarded. Some of you have noticed. Especially do not mind
There's probably
me
close to
sparking up my
1,000
ganja.
in town that you can explore.
If you have any ganja yourselves,
And they're
I would
left
highly
in a natural
recommend
state.
before class smoking some ganja.
The mine itself is now marked as no trespassing.
I prefer a nice hybrid blend of one second. I prefer a nice hybrid blend. Yeah, I like to mix it
Because
up
this town is in
and
the
blend up
mountains,
my
I wouldn't recommend trying to come here in
you
winter.
guys see I like to blend up my marijuana right here, you know, I just crunch it up right here. Boom boom boom.
The snow can be very difficult. to
And if
drive.
anybody is watching the other channel, please let me know in the comments of that YouTube channel what you see. I don't like being spied on. Especially don't like having my words repeated.
It's kind of hard to imagine living in these very small wooden cabins all winter long.
Now, from what I was told, my grandmother
in the business district.
and grandpa, Joseph and Sadie, they had a or Grandma Nellie and Joseph, Grandpa Joseph Jr. They had a house out in Old Agency in Montana. So that's I added that to the list of places I want to stop at, just to kind of get more in touch with where my family stayed and whatnot. I wish I could go to Mexico, dude. I swear on everything holy, I wish I could go to Mexico, but I don't have time. Dude, no way. Okay, guys, I think I found a photo. Um, so right here, I found a photo of the spot in Montana that is it was a mining, what do you know, what do they call them, mining town or a boom town? And I have this artwork right here. I mean, not artwork, I have this photograph that I found in the UW archives. So if you go to the UW, go to www.uwarchives and then look up what state you have, or for some reason I do not understand why UW has a lot of like records that they shouldn't have, you know what I mean? So from here, let me see real quick, open that file right now. Okay, class, so I've located the photo. It's this photo right here. Is it? Okay, hold on, guys. I think I mislocated it. Okay, so class, this is this photo. It's called the Montana Company Limited by 60 Stamp Mill location 60 Stamp Mill and surroundings. The place is Photos and San Francisco. So somebody from San Francisco came all the way over here to Montana and took this photo. I don't know the year of the photo. I'll have to go look at the file in the archive. But dudes, I also have a photo here. As I slid to the left, this was Butte, Montana. Can you guys believe this? Check this out. So class, this is Butte, Montana. And this was, let me see the date real quick. I'll have to go on the archives again and I'll look at the dates and I'll put the dates in. When I upload these photos to the YouTube channel, I'll post the dates as well. Because dudes, Butte, Montana, if you look at Butte, Montana now, it looks nothing like that. It looks like nothing but plains and grass and trees. But there was a whole city there. A whole city. So that's pretty nutty, guys. I do wonder if what we're seeing here is probably the beginning of a nuke or something. Because it looks like people are stopping and like looking at like what's going on. Yeah. I'm gonna try to remaster it and see if I can get better, clearer footage of this. Alright, so I'm upscaling the photo class. Let's take a look. We'll save. Boom. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, you guys see how HD that looks? It's pretty cool, huh? So as you all can tell, looking at this photo, it appears to be like a nuke went off. Like all of that land is beginning to shake up, and then look, boom, flat first, right, guys? And now, boom. Pretty crazy, huh, guys? Alrighty, class. Let's continue in with the Montana abandoned mountain towns, or ghost towns in Montana's mountains.
Our next town is Elkhorn, Montana. It's located in Jefferson County, in the Elkhorn Mountains, southeast of Helena. And these are the two most famous buildings in town. It looks like they've recently been restored. While it's often referred to as a ghost town, there's still a small number of residents. The town was founded in 1897 during the silver mining boom. And at its peak, it had 2,500 residents. According to the 2010 census, there was only 10 people still living here. Elkhorn became a ghost town in the early 1900s when the price of silver fell. And this part of the town has also become a state park. It was established to preserve these historical buildings. Local landowners are actively involved in preserving Elkhorn's history. They've installed a lot of informative signs along Main Street to educate visitors. Most of the buildings on Main Street do have signs telling a little bit about the history. It looks like this was the old school. And these were some famous residents. Their house still stands. The road to get here was pretty easy, but once again, most of these towns that are in the mountains are not really easy to drive through during winter months. Our next stop is Bannack, Montana. It's located about an hour south of Butte, Montana. It's also a state park, and an admission fee is required. It was founded in 1862. It was the site of Montana's first major gold discovery. At its peak in 1863, it had about 3,000 residents. And it was briefly...
Again, guys, whoever's watching this other live feed, I'm sorry about the coughing.
Dozens of buildings here.
This one I do have to edit, so like I'm recording it
all the doors to these places
like
are
live,
locked,
but like
so you can
live
go
just
inside and
recording.
check
But
it
I will
out.
have to go and post edit and then reorganize
The staff and
Um,
volunteers have done an
oh my
amazing job of keeping this place preserved.
But yeah, guys, you guys should check out Bannock, Montana, and look at old maps of Bannock,
You're gonna
Montana.
get an authentic experience of
Pretty nuts,
Montana's
in
history.
my opinion.
The town is infamous for vigilante activities, including the hanging of Sheriff Henry Plummer and two deputies in 1864. They were accused of leading a gang of road agents. This hanging is very controversial. I'll put a link to a video about this in the description below. My favorite building here is the hotel. It's 2 stories. And the second floor is reputed to be haunted. It was probably a very fancy hotel for the time. I showed up here on a day when it's raining, so there's not a lot of people. Last time I came here, it was snowing.
Yeah,
Do you have any matches,
You could
Chris?
probably spend about
I do.
4 hours here
Give me a pearl.
easily.
Give me a pearl.
well, one second. I'm sorry, I'm recording a video for the class. 1 second.
Okay, see one.
How do you guys not have a lighter or matches?
Grungy.
Here, bro. Yep. I don't know how many days, but I had to put up another camera. It's like, dude, have you guys just had some faith and listen to what I said a long time ago? I'm gonna have to cut this part out of the video, so a reminder to myself, cut this part of the video and then splice, yeah. What I've come to understand is that my family do not understand what I'm doing or what's going on. And that's because they didn't decide to further educate themselves on the topics that I bring forth to them each and every time I try to talk to them. And I feel dumb because it's like, I might have to record this all over again because my words are gonna probably come out.
You guys need to use the bathroom?
I'm good, Graham. What's it called? I got really bad cotton mouth right now, and I want to drink water, so if it comes out bad, my bad. Basically, my family don't get that, like, I used to read a lot of books. I used to read my mom's medical books when I was like 8 or 9 or 10. We used to live in Burien, Washington, and we had a 2-story house, and my mom had her like medical books in her. Kathy had her medical books in the closet, and I used to go up and like grab her medical books and just read them, just because I was always curious, I was like, okay, human body, like these are women, these are males, okay. Was it kindergarten cop? Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. That part always makes me laugh. Like, dude, I love that part. But yes, we got it, guys. I come to like learn like a lot about the human body and health, and then like it's like a lot of stuff I've learned too has been like always like neuropathic, naturopathic, how you pronounce it. So I hope you guys like do take faith in like what I'm saying. I'm gonna edit this video. I'm sorry, it's already like long. I'm gonna try to edit it down to like 3 minutes or something like that. Like 3 or 5 minutes, just to like be quick, because this is kind of like a brief summary of like um, where I began to like learn how to like discern how the human body operates. Because the body's like a vehicle almost. It's like a car. Like my dad said it best. A car is like a vehicle or a body. You gotta feed it like water, like gas, stuff like that. You make analogies. But thank you guys. Continue watching. I'm gonna cut this part starting now. And all right.
Shirt off in these pants.
Hey class, we're back in the Montana's mountains. I'm so sorry about the interruptions. We will not continue recording.
This is the old saloon. From what I understand, there was a few murders in it. I really like this barber's chair. And the old truck outfit. So where are you watching from? Please tell me in the comment section below. I live in Saskatchewan.
Again, guys, I'm sorry I'm recording super stoned, but it helps with stress. I've been stressed for that last couple days, so I hope you guys really enjoy
I think
this.
this is the Methodist Church, built in 1877. As I mentioned earlier, there is a visitor center and there's a great campground here as well. I really enjoy visiting Montana. Everything in the state is magical. And this town really has the authentic feeling of being in the old Wild West.
Every which way but loose. Every which way but loose.
Anytime you walk into one of these buildings, as you can see, they haven't restored it, but yet they haven't let it fall apart. And there's a lot of people who unfortunately wrote their names on the wall. I hope you're not going to be one of those people. It feels like you've just taken a step back in time. There were still a lot of people who lived here until about the 1950s. Then it really dwindled. And you can go to the backyard of a lot of these places and check out even more. And here's the old pokey. It must have been a very uncomfortable experience to be stuck in here for the weekend.
That's a bogey of jail.
I'm sure it was also very cold. This town has some amazing staff and friendly volunteers. Anything that you want to know, you can find out from the visitor center.
Sharp pain like a shot coming on my neck back here.
Our next town is Garnet, Montana. It's located almost an hour east of Missoula. And once again, this is also a state park. There is a parking lot, and you're going to have to pay an entrance fee, which I did right here. And then it's about a 5-minute walk to the town. This town is recognized as one of the best preserved ghost towns in Montana. This town began in the 1860s. And at its peak, Garnet had about 1,000 residents.
So heads up, too, guys.
And
Medical
during the
wise,
summer
if you
months,
want to
there
like
is a visitor center.
use
And most of the
grass
places are unlocked, so you can walk around and go inside.
and tobacco at the same time, like when you're taking a bowl, trust me, it helps with the removing the parasite.
In 1912,
cancer.
a fire destroyed much of the town.
And you don't even have to use too much too. If you just grab, I'm talking about chop it up really fine, break it with your fingers.
Over the last 50 years,
That way, when you're done breaking it up, you
and
can
the
sprinkle the
Garnet
crystals on your fingers back into your
Association
container for
have
your
worked to
flour,
preserve the remaining 30 buildings, including homes, saloons, and stores.
making it even more awesomely potent. I used to grow marijuana when I was 18, 19, some friends. You made a killing. Quite literally. As a joke.
If you go to the visitor center, you can also get a handout that will explain the history of most of these buildings. Also outside of the buildings, they do have place cards available, so you can read about the history. And the staff and volunteers here have done a great job. A lot of the buildings here are in bad shape, but surprisingly, they're still open and you can go inside. But I'm not going inside this one. I had a really good experience here. Walking around this town is very peaceful.
You, Brad, talking to you, Brad. If long you been more of a friend than mom, I need you to be a friend mom now. Okay, I'll help you go with that. I'm talking to you.
Now, when you're visiting this town, it's very important that you visit from the north road. Don't come from the south. The south road starts off good, but then slowly but surely gets worse and worse and worse until you're only 2 miles away, and then it becomes undrivable for most vehicles. If you come in by the north route, just about any vehicle should have no problem getting in.
The phone. Pick up the phone.
And just down the road from Garnet is another ghost town, Coloma, Montana. There isn't much left here, but the road is pretty easy. It's mostly just these old cabins. And like most of these other towns, it was tied to the gold rush. It was established in 1893. And this town has a great view. I elected to park my vehicle and walk around town because the roads in town aren't that great.
What was it called? Hey, I was gonna say, dude, tomorrow, because you've been kind to like let me stay the last 2 days, I'll help you fill out the paperwork, okay, for the money, okay? And it's super, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's super fucking easy. That's why I was like, dude, tomorrow though, okay, I got you, okay. But just like after you get this money, after you get this money, you start showing some fucking respect to me, okay? Because bro, this money, anybody can get it. You just have to do the paperwork. Okay?
And I didn't even think about
Like seriously, dude. Tomorrow I will do this, but around 3 p.m. Because I oh shoot. I'm gonna have to restart this part. Damn it. Okay, one sec. Damn it. Okay. Sorry, I got really stoned. I forgot. All right, right here. Okay.
Put aside this one.
Dude, when you don't yell, I can chill. I can be calm. But when somebody disrupts my peace, it's like, dude, you're disrupting my peace. You know what I mean? And I talk. You know, I express my emotions. I'm, you know, a person. I'm people. I express my outrage for my people. Kathy, but I was saying, dude, I'll help you with that money, okay? And then, Gilbert, I'll help him too. But dudes, I will be your accountant, and I will make sure all of that money is spent wisely. Yes. No buying some stupid, no buying no freaking dumb it's like $20,000 necklace, okay? Nothing like that, okay? Okay, dude, I'm just saying, man. If you guys do, I'm returning it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Dude, this is money that you guys be grateful I'm giving you guys this money. Basically, that's what I'm saying. This knowledge is all out, Kathy. This knowledge is all out there, bro. You just have to go look it up. Dude, it's crazy. But that's why I'm frustrated with you guys. It's because you guys don't understand how intelligent I am. You know. So I apologize. I'm not sorry, but I apologize for when you guys disrupted my violence. That I had to disrupt your disrupt your peace. I mean, you know what I mean? I didn't mean to disrupt your peace. But you have to understand, dude. I'm very intelligent, Mom. I've read countless documents, dude, papers over the last 5 months that just have like blown my mind. And I you know, I can't wait to share this documentary with everybody. Okay, dude. Like, dude. But you'll see. So tomorrow around 3 p.m. when I'm awake, finally awake, like I've drinking my energy drink, I still feel tired for some reason. When I around 3 p.m. when I'm fully awake, I'll if you're up, I need you to be 100% coherent, okay? Because this is important, Kathy. That's $250,000 for doing nothing. Just filling out the documents, literally. Okay, buddy. Bye. Fucking hate money. Root cause of all evil.
I had a really good experience here. Walking around this town is very peaceful.
Want for self instead of want for the people.
Now, when you're visiting this town, it's very important that you visit from the north road. Don't come from the south.
Okay,
The south road
guys.
starts off.
I gotta restart. Restart right here. Okay, stop right there. Okay, guys. Took a quick little break. I am now going to show you the rest. We left off at the. He left off at the spot where he was visiting the Ghost Town Park. That's a national park that he said was he said it was a he said don't sorry, give me a second. He said don't expect me to go in there or something, okay? Um, this is a note to self also for when I'm editing. Cut all that part out. Like, yeah, here we go. Alright, guys, we're back. Alright, continue watching.
The buildings here are in bad shape, but surprisingly, they're still open and you can go inside. But I'm not going inside this one. I had a really good experience here. Walking around.
Okay, Glass. So just to pause real quick. You see the guy and his wife, the no rent for newlyweds? Take a look at the gentleman's eyes. This is. Can you imagine honeymooning here in Montana's Garnet Range, listening to coyotes howling at the moon and the wind murmuring in the pines? How would you like to move in rent free? For a few years beginning in 1970, Frank Davy of Davy's Store offered a miner's cabin to newlyweds until they could build their own dwelling, or until the next wedding bell rang, or until the next wedding bells rang, whichever came first. So, yeah, guys, take a good look at the guy's eyes. The gentleman on the left side, and not his wife on the right side. I guarantee if I were to take a photo of those and screenshot these, um, I'll have to do that later. If I took a screenshot and inverted the colors and whatnot, you would see some pretty cool colored eyes. You know, I love eyes. I like my eyes. My eyes are like a blackish brown, very dark, very dark brown. But in the sun, dude, they turn into like red. It's so crazy. Like I've realized now why they've kept me from like going home, the state.
This town is very peaceful.
Big brother, little big brother. Big brother.
Now, when you're visiting this town, it's very important that you visit from the north road. Don't come from the south. The south road starts off good, but then slowly but surely gets worse and worse and worse until you're only 2 miles away, and then it becomes undrivable for most vehicles. If you come in by the north, any vehicle should have no problem getting here.
Sorry, class. My other cell phone dropped. That has the other light. Give me one sec.
And just down the road from Garnet is another ghost town.
The other light is
Coloma, Montana.
can't say because my mom. I don't want her to jeopardize it.
There isn't much left here, but the road is pretty easy. It's mostly just these old cabins. And like most of these other towns, it was tied to the gold rush. It was established in
Joshua
1893.
Graham, The Art of War, by Sun Tzu, read by Joshua Graham.
And this town has a great view.
Great rendition of it,
I
man.
elected to park
Gotta
my
love
vehicle and walk
2025s.
around town because the roads in town aren't that great.
So you guys see how big the state park is?
I was told that half this mountain has now been bought by a rich fella from Connecticut. So half the town is marked no trespassing now.
Now imagine all of this
I'm sure
being
there's more buildings in here. I just couldn't
Like,
find them because it's so
beautiful
forested.
homes, log homes, cabinish.
And I didn't even think about bears. I should have bought bear spray before I came here. I don't think there's been any attempt to preserve any of these buildings. And here's the gate to the other part of town that is now off limits.
So guys, I would
Our
highly
next stop
recommend
is
do not
Granite,
trespass.
Montana. And I happened to show up here just as a hailstorm showed up. It was a little hairy, but I survived.
But should you accidentally, go off
It's
the trail by
located just
accident,
outside of
wink,
Phillipsburg, Montana.
take some photos and send it.
And this is the most famous building
I'll
here.
try to do my best, but I have to go take care of some stuff at
It's in very bad shape, so
Back
they
to
have
medicine.
closed it off.
And you'll also notice these concrete buildings like this, guys. All of that. Imagine
It is
like
a
a
park, and it's only
a
open
nuke.
during summer months.
racing all over.
September 30th is the last day this park is open. It's very high up a mountain, so in winter I'm sure this road is not passable. And the road to get here was okay. If you're driving a Honda Civic, it might be a little difficult when it's raining and hailing. This town was a silver mining town, and it started up in the 1890s. I'm not sure what this building is, but you're able to go inside and check it out. At its peak, Granite had about 3,000 residents. Now I don't think anybody lives here anymore. By 1900, only about 140 people still lived here. And this looks like it used to be the bank vault.
I'm trying to get her off.
When you're in a lot of these mountain towns, it's a good idea to be prepared that you could come across some wild animals, including bears.
Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Just leave me alone.
I've been visiting Ghost for over 20 years now. It never gets old. And I really appreciate the fact that you folks like watching my videos. So thank you very much. For some reason, this building was completely boarded up.
Very good at picking up sounds. Everything. I know everything.
I think
I know everything.
where most of the town residents lived on.
Like, bro.
Now I'm on the road towards the old mine. Because it's so rainy and muddy, there's no way I'm walking up there. But you can see at the very top of that hill, there is the mine. Yeah, too much rain, too much hail. And this building was on the entrance to town, so it probably was like a restaurant and bar. There wasn't a sign or anything up front to tell us what this was. But as you can see, it's in very, very bad shape.
Damn, not the extra water. That's all no, yeah, it's all purified water. I don't want to waste that.
And here's the road I had to drive.
I swear I had
Nice
it.
view.
Yeah.
Our next stop is Nevada City, Montana. I got
did.
here the day after
Sorry,
Labor
guys.
Day, so
I
unfortunately,
forgot to
most
restart that
things
part.
took place. This was also a gold rush area. It was established in 1863.
Again.
By the early 1900s,
Again.
this town had become a ghost town.
How's it go? There are no coincidences, class.
And then in about the 1950s, they
There are
started
no
turning this town into an
coincidences, class.
open-air museum. And it's got a lot of really cool things that you can see, even when the park is closed.
And you know what's funny? Is there is another one. Remember? Remember, class?
It is owned by the state and managed by the Montana Heritage Commission. There's about 100 buildings from the Gold Rush era in this town, but most of it you have to pay a fee to get in, and unfortunately today it was closed. And here's the old train station. It looks like they still offer train rides. I really wish I was here for that. It looks like the train goes to Virginia
You know, class,
City,
I
which is
forgot I
about
had
a
this
mile
other one.
away.
There we go.
I'll be
Boom.
making a separate
one's
video
low, but
about
it
Virginia
still
City
works.
in the future.
We'll have to grab. Oh, and I'll also show you guys how to
Even when
purify
the
your
park
water.
is
It's
right along
pretty
Main
freaking
Street,
cool,
you
class.
still see a lot of the
But
old
that's a
buildings.
topic for another time. Not to probably erase this part, but write down the idea.
And they do have signs out there to tell you a little bit more about the history.
Damn, I'm an idiot.
I should also mention, it's a paved road to get here. Any vehicle can reach this destination without any problem. And there are lots of amenities, it looks like even including a hotel. One of these days, I've got to come back here in summer and visit all of these buildings.
Ew. Ew, dude.
And finally, is Marysville, Montana. It's located just a few miles west of Helena, Montana. It was founded in 1876. And it also had one of the richest gold mines.
Hold on, guys.
At its peak, it had about 3,000 people living here.
You need to get
It looks like a lot of people
frustrated
have moved back.
with
The road to get here is pretty easy.
my roommates after I just told her, hey, I will give you help, assistance with acquiring more capital.
There are preservation efforts to save most of these buildings. And they definitely-
I'm beginning to almost regret saying that. Do not make me regret saying that. you don't want the money, then fine.
It's also just a really pretty town. I would love living here. It's high up on the mountain. The air is really fresh.
I'm trying to freaking teach a class. Oh
I
my
really
gosh, bro.
hope you enjoyed this video. If you do have any
I'm so sorry, guys.
questions, click the comment section
I am having
below. And again, thank you so much.
technical difficulties and trying to teach a class at the same time while having to teach this other class that won't listen. They would just stop. I could teach, okay, but they keep getting in my way. It's getting very frustrating now, class. So please forgive me for the frustrated rant. We'll go back to the class in a minute. Gosh, dang it. Okay, so sorry that class, I'm gonna have to cut this part out again. Oh, you know what? There are no coincidences, class. I found a bottle of water I was looking for.
This town is located about
Awesome.
6 miles from Montana,
Awesome.
or about 9 miles to Saskatchewan.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
where
Please. Sorry if I sound like so retarded right now. I'm just when I get frustrated or annoyed, I get all wonky. So I'm gonna have to restart this. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we just started a new video class. Damn, I need to get to put an outro. So note to self: when reviewing footage, cut this part out starting now. Okay. Hey class, we are back, and today we're going to look at ghost towns of Saskatchewan. I called the Metis, so my grandmother Sacagawea, I guess she went to the Metis, it was called the Metis Council, and she went with, what was it called? What was it called? So during, I think it was World War One, which was whatever. Yeah, it was basically World War One, and they said it had, how do you say, it got so bad like everybody had to flee, so they left with the Mormon battalion up to Canada, and they settled in Saskatchewan, while my grandpa settled in Montana. Well, actually, Montana was technically, legally still part of Canada. So it was part of, yeah, like that's a whole nother story. But so you guys will see here in this Saskatchewan abandoned buildings. Sorry, I'm trying to find where it went. Okay, so here we go, class. Ghost towns of northern Montana now, okay? So we're gonna be starting right here. 3, 2, 1. Boom.
In this video, we're going to explore some ghost towns and abandoned places in northern Montana. Most of them are on Highway 2, but some of these places are remote locations. So let's begin.
Gosh, my ADHD, bro. This is exciting.
The first stop is going to be Kevin, Montana. There's still some residents who live here, but in 1977, the refinery closed down. That's when this once prosperous town began to fade. There's a couple of really cool gas stations right on Main Street. Probably haven't been used
Sorry
in
guys,
decades.
real quick. If I ever start, like, the camera starts shaking, like my leg is jiggling, like I have really bad ADHD. Here, take a look at the camera. I'm sorry, it's just like, I don't know why my legs just jiggle. It's just like I sit there and it's like, yeah, ADHD. But back to the show, we are in Kevin, Montana, and it looks like it looks honestly, guys, like a victim of the Dust Bowls.
And there's this old caboose. by Great Northern Railway. And of course, there's going to be some abandoned houses. This old grain elevator looks like it's about to collapse any day now. Now we're going to pass through Shelby, Montana, and get back on the Highway 2. We're going to check out the town of Devon, Montana. I think there's only one family who lives here still. I really like this Farmers Union Oil Company gas station. And there's a couple buildings right on Main Street. When you're visiting rural locations in Montana, some of the railroad crossings are not controlled. There's about 20 trains a day that pass on this line. So if you come to an uncontrolled railroad crossing, look both ways. The next stop is Galena, Montana, and I probably said that wrong. This town seems to be a very popular ghost town, but I should also warn you, 10 years ago when I visited this town, a local landowner gladly pointed buildings out to me. This time, however, I was told to not trespass. I didn't enter the building, I was just standing on private property. It's probably turned into a little bit of nuisance for the landowners to keep having people enter the land. But if you stay right on Main Street, there's plenty to see. This was probably a grocery store. The next town is Joplin, Montana. It's definitely not a ghost town, but it's got a lot of really neat buildings to check out. This is the old grocery store. Over the years, this building probably hosted a whole bunch of different kinds of businesses. In pretty much every one of these towns we visit, you're going to come across the old cars and trucks. There's the old gas station and auto repair service. Someone's still using this to store things. The only business that was open in town that I noticed was a restaurant and bar. And if you keep going to the other side of town, there's the old abandoned high school. I don't think it's been abandoned very long, but it's worth checking out. They may still use it for some civic activities. And on your way to town, don't forget to check out the sign. Next up is Inverness, Montana. Most of the towns on this route have these old grain elevators. Inverness has about 3 of them. Some are still in use, but most are. This town is pretty small, but it still had a couple old abandoned buildings to check out, including this old hardware store. And this gas station. The next town is Rudyard, Montana. Definitely not a ghost town, but it's got some really neat places to visit, including the Sugar Shack. This looks like it's right out of the 50s. And if you go into town, they have a museum of these old vintage cars. I got here too early to visit. But I went behind the building and found a couple more to check out.
Ew!
This town is just fun to visit. I really enjoyed coming here. Main Street looks like a typical small town Montana. The old movie theater.
Everybody has to be like, I gotta get home, man.
Chicken Shack and that museum. Now we're going to Kingman. It's another little small town. And there's the old truck like every town has. And the abandoned gas station.
So, hey class, this note to self, actually, Chris note to self, we're going to reshoot this tonight when it's all quiet, that way
What I really like about this
I
town
can actually
is that old
not have the background of the car. The windows here are pretty thin, so I'm not able to, you know, I'll come right in to drink my other one. Nice.
The next one is Guilford, but we're gonna skip that and head north.
Note to self, I'm watching this video
Milk River Valley Church.
for review. Research the ingredients of Celsius. Do not throw away the can.
Most vehicles can't drive. Head north from Guilford to the country road number 80. Then head east for a few miles and you'll see it. There's nothing else here except for this church and the building behind it. I'm not sure how long it's been abandoned for, but it's been a long time. If you're going to go out and check this former residence, be aware that there's a really scary abandoned well beside it. You definitely don't want to mess with that. To get here, you're going to have to drive down about 8 to 10 miles of gravel road. If you're driving a Prius, it may not be a good idea. There's also a one-room school right off Highway 2. You can see it. But I will put the GPS locations for this and the church
That's all for
in
now.
the
I got
description
pretty much all
below.
of that. Gotta take those paintings down, or the pictures of ground for brands. Stop painting religious pictures if you don't know what they really mean.
We're going to pass through Havre, Montana now.
No
This
brain
is the only
images.
real city on this trip. All of your services can be accessed here, and this is also where I spent the night. It's also a really fun town to hang
Oh
out.
crap. Note to self, so yeah, again, review the whole video,
Now we're going to go
write
to
down
Summit,
notes.
Montana. It's a very
Also
small
write down
town
thoughts,
right off the
also
highway. But here's the old grocery
record
store
all
gas
over again
station.
tonight. The videos were about
There's a
20
couple
minutes
buildings
each, will
right
not take
down
very
Main
long to
Street.
edit.
The one
Resume
I like the most
now.
is this old bank that someone has converted into a garage. Like I mentioned earlier, most of these towns have these grain elevators, but the ones at Zurich, they just seem to look a little cool.
Hold up.
This is also like a sit and watch train sometimes.
Hold up.
Next up is Harlem, Montana. This is actually a bit of a big town.
I gotta look up the lyrics.
But the last block on Main Street has a whole bunch of abandoned buildings. I don't think any of these buildings has a business that's still in operation anymore. The rest of the town itself is nice, but here you're going to see an abandoned car wash, movie theater. One of these buildings had a spa at one time. None of those buildings are occupied. But otherwise, a really nice town. I'd actually live here. You probably got really good house prices. Now we're going to head north a bit and head to Hodgland, Montana. When you're in this town, you're at the furthest point in the lower 48 from any of the top 4 major league sports teams. This place is that remote. It's got a church, a whole bunch of houses, and the roads are overgrown with grass and weeds. A lot of it's fenced off because it's private property, but you can get out and walk around as long as you stay on the roads.
So as you guys can tell, a lot of these towns in Montana that are ghost towns, they're either turned into national parks or they're turned into what they call private land. So people buy them up. It's to hide the minerals and stuff, and then they also do logging and stuff like that. I also used to be a firefighter after I got done working for the state for a bit. What was it called?
I'm not sure what that was.
It kind of blew my mind on my first, because it was my rookie year. Back in 2019, I believe, I was surprised because they told us to just let certain spots burn. I'm like, well, won't that like this happen, that? They're like, yeah, but we kind of need the paper for this year. I'm like, whoa, okay, so you guys just burn up crap for money.
Back on Highway 2, you're going to come across the Sacred Hearts Church on the Fort Belknap Indian Reservation.
Okay, note to self, my fiance is from Fort Belknap, so it's interesting to see this because there is the 7 gates in hell in Iowa, and the 7 gates of hell, apparently this portal allows you to go to another world, I guess. But I'm wondering if these portals are linked to each other. I know some of them should lead you to hell, possibly, and then some of them should lead you to like a place that's like Shangri-La, I guess. But I still have to look up the Montana ones. It's just I wanted to do this recording right now, so note self done. Continue.
Back on Highway 2, you're going to come across the Sacred Hearts Church on the Fort Belknap Indian Reservation. It looks like it's in the wrong place. This feels like it should be like Arizona or something. Next up is Savoy, Montana. This ghost town isn't very big. It's got this really neat looking old.
So class, after this, we'll look up the Fort Belknap, not Fort Belknap, we'll look up the Iowa 7 Gates of Hell. I'm pretty sure I recorded it last night, but since I'm recording with my good phone, I want to show you guys kind of like what I've come to learn with the 7 Gates of Hell stuff.
Thankful though, but the draw is the old school. It is on private property with a fence that cuts you off, but you can easily shoot it from the road. There's a couple foundations from buildings that don't exist anymore. And I'm very curious as to what these 2 buildings are. They look like they're farm related, but I'm not sure for what. Probably for grain storage or something. Back on Highway 2, we're going to go to Dodson, Montana. There's 2 bars right on Main Street. This one has really amazing graffiti in the back. You've got to go check that out. The other one's the Cowboy Bar. If they would have called it Cowgirl Bar, maybe it wouldn't have gone bankrupt.
So if you guys can see right there, that is Algonquin.
And like most of the other towns, it's got the grain elevator, the old vehicles, some storefronts.
So yeah, guys, basically what's going on is a lot of these towns have been obliterated during World War I and World War II. And during the Cold War as well.
But the big draw of this town is that they still have the original pokey. I can't imagine being arrested and have to spend a couple nights in this place.
I had some crazy news right there, guys, because
Now we're gonna head south about 45 minutes.
when I tell you guys some stuff in my further
There is actually
videos,
quite a lot of
you come to
residents
learn
here
that.
still. And the motel's still open, there's a restaurant and bar. But
We
it's
were
in the middle
East
of the little
Germany.
Rocky Mountains. There's
I
a
believe it
Rocky
was, or
Mountain
West
range
Germany.
In the middle of nowhere, Montana. It's got a church, a couple of abandoned buildings,
Yeah, the Americans nuked us.
And it's got the old jailhouse. I talked to the lady who runs the motel, and she told me where the original jail is.
If you go downtown Seattle, this is kind of off topic, there's a monument there and a Jewish Holocaust museum.
So if you want to get
I would
that
advise you to
location,
remember.
go see her or go to the restaurant. You can actually rent a really nice building up the hill
Happened
from
here.
as an
Holocaust.
Airbnb. One of these days, I'm going to spend a night in this town. Now back on Highway 2, we're going to go to Saco, Montana. You're greeted here with a couple of abandoned gas stations and trucks. And right along Main Street, you're going to see a couple more abandoned buildings. And what I really like the most is this motel. This motel is no longer in operation. But at nighttime, they turn that light on. What a cute little town. Now we're going to go to Vandalia, Montana. I love this town for the school. What a unique looking building. And right beside it is this old wagon. This obviously used to be an antique
I get this
store.
before it was Germany, it was Siberia.
The gas stations are this really creepy swing set. I kind of like creepy swing sets. But the jackpot is the old gas station. I can't believe these old gas pumps were still here. I'm not sure
Before it
how
was
it's been abandoned for. There's no
Siberia, it was
but
Prussia.
it has to probably be since at least the 70s.
And before that, I believe, to my understanding and my knowledge so far, under the reign of my my 6 times great grandmother Sacagawea, it was called Indostan, India, ancient India now.
But right on Main Street, you're going to see this really cool twisted building. The winds in northern Montana. can be
Yeah,
pretty
India
strong.
isn't too far. China's not too far. Pretty crazy world we live in, guys. I don't know, like people don't listen. They'll listen to, you know,
I'm not sure.
the mean stuff I say, but it's like, dude, you forced me not to say me stuff. You forced me to have to do that instead of, you know, just listening the first
Just a few
time.
miles from here, you're going to go down a paved road to the city of Glasgow. Lots of services here that bring you gas. You got McDonald's. But north of here is one of the coolest ghost towns I've ever been to, called St. Marie. It's at the Glasgow Air Force Base, which was decommissioned in 1976. So, I made an entire video just on this town alone. You can check it out on the link. There's over 500 abandoned houses, 2 schools, a grocery store.
Okay, class, that was Ghost Towns of Northern Montana. Let's see if we have any more. One more for us. Sorry if the quality is a little bad. This is kind of just a, you know, a pilot episode, I guess. I want to look at the footage and see what different angles I've taken. The like 2 angles I've taken, maybe record a third one for a different video. To see how it, you know, because I cannot show you the full stuff once, like, you know what I mean? Like certain videos you have to pay the membership. I'll just like release the audio, and then if you should feel inclined to, I highly recommend Lucius Aurelium. It is worth the money. I don't ever buy anything I do not need. If I do not need it, I do not buy it. Basically, if I can't fit it in my suitcase or my duffel bag, I don't need it. I'm gonna live out of my suitcase and my duffel bag. Recently, over the last couple years, I've, you know, acquired 2 backpacks. I do also keep. Alright, if this is the last one where you're gonna move into the ghost towns of Saskatchewan, This video is, like I said, this probably quality is gonna be kind of bad, but don't worry. It's because the reason why I'm doing it like this is because I need to conserve memory. I've had the movie, and it's like basically the movie so far I have about an hour and 30 to 45 minutes done. Um, there's a part I do have to like not like kind of like cut and remove a little back and then put something more forward like before that part. That's only like a 10-minute part, but yeah, other than that, we're almost done, dude. We're almost done. But I'm gonna have to do the rest in Montana, because it's just more easier to think. Okay, class. I think we're gonna start the Montana's myths and legends. So I'm not sure about y'all, but I'd like to, listen to a ghost story that's like, a myth or a folklore, as they say. Um, I highly recommend, learning the indigenous peoples, uh, your area, town, or your state. I mean, and kind of listen to what their stories are, and you can even Google them if you don't have time to, because I understand everybody's gonna work. Like, no problem. I totally get it. Um, I highly recommend looking at the native people's ghost stories and folklore and anything that has to do with like creatures that don't look human. The reason being is because there's a lot of truth to those words that are stories that have been told. And most people think it's just a fairy tale or, God's fake and all that jazz. They're in for a rude awakening very, 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 very soon. And I don't want to make anybody panic. I just want you all to be aware. If I had to learn this, maybe you should too. And it wasn't, I had to, it was just I forced myself to. And I am so glad I have. Because had I not done that, I would have not been following my destiny. Um, it's, life's a trip, guys. It's almost like a meta kind of, how would you say it? It's like a meta, mm, like a meta hologram. That's the best way I can kind of like interpret what I've seen and what I know from my experience being alive. So now we're going to check out the Montana's Myth and Legends. I'm sorry, I was looking around, guys, to see how many videos of these. What was it? Chris Cottrell. It was like the Saskatchewan, yeah, lost cities or lost towns in Saskatchewan. And then now, instead of going that route, we'll save that one because like my grandmother's from Saskatchewan, my great grandmother's Sacagawea. Exploring Montana urban legends, folklore. My grandma, she's my mom, Kathy. She's from Montana as well. So, oh, also actually, the Bannock Alliance. That is also from my grandmother Sacagawea. I'm just gonna start saying her real name, how to pronounce it, because like I really dislike how because like pronunciation is like everything. You're saying the name wrong. You're doing, yeah. It's always best to like learn the dialect and the proper vowel pronunciation, all that jazz. People just respect you more if you learn their language and the proper way of pronunciating and vocalizing the words or what you know what I mean. People that know languages know what I mean. Yeah, so the Bannock Alliance. My grandmother, Sacagawea, she was a part of the Bannock Alliance. And from Bannock, Montana, Jerusalem, Little Jerusalem, all the way to Browning, Montana, Cutbank, Montana, and Chief Mountain, Bannock, quote unquote, or no, Little Jerusalem. So remember, all of that is Little Jerusalem, quote unquote. Um, like I said, they're hiding a lot of history because they don't want tribes. They don't want people to know that tribes are. There was a whole civilization here. They don't want people to know that, and now they've kind of turned us against each other. And it's like, dudes, we're all one. You know, there was different tribes here, in our lands, all of our lands. This land isn't really all. This we don't really own the land. We're here to take care of the land. You know, whether you're red man, black man, white man, yellow man, you know, purple man, green man, whichever, you know, if you want to like, if you want like what's best for the world, you have to really like want to do it. You know, does that make sense? You have to like actually want to take care of the land. You know, it's because like, you know, my ancestors, we had this thing where we would think of like, you know, hey, will this help the kids 7 generations from now? You know, like, is what we're doing going to help the kids 7 generations from now, or 10 generations? You know, will this help them? Am I doing what's best for them, or is what I'm doing selfish? Is what I'm doing for my own selfish gain? You know what I mean? You thought of we, not uh, you know, I or us. I guess. I guess us would be more like a couple first, you know, kind of, yeah. But like I, you know, there is no I in team, you know, or team. And not only that, we're a family, you know, so we have to look out for the family. That family is even the kids who haven't been born. You know, they, what we do, no matter how minute, echoes in eternity. And, you know, really sit and ponder like what that means, because the significance of that is like we understand how much weight that is. It, you know, you even stop trying to, you know, hurt spiders. I guess, like, you know, that's my example, because I used to be so afraid of spiders, like terribly afraid. I don't even know why. It must be some kind of like repressed memory of like a giant spider from back in the day or something. But yeah, I used to be super afraid of spiders, and you know, recently within the last 3-4 years, I kind of just, you know, I was like, you know what, little spider, you know, they're good. They'll catch flies and all that jazz. You know what? Let me keep the spider in the corner. If it wants to, you know, be there, cool. You know, I smoke weed, I burn sage. At that time, I had not smoked tobacco. I was kind of like, you know, I was one. Man, just looking back, guys, it's crazy. Like, I'm gonna probably have to chop this part out. These are thoughts to myself. So sorry for whoever watches this and like I leave it or whatever. But I used to be afraid of like tobacco because I was a firefighter. I didn't want to, you know, be. I did not want to perform at my fullest. Bad. Like I thought tobacco would not help. Turns out the whole freaking time that's the freaking thing I was missing. Like holy cow. Like oh my gosh. It's like one of the first steps besides ganja, and then sage being. No, sage should be number 1. Honestly, the sage. Tobacco number 2, ganja 3, and 4. No, sweetgrass number 2. Yeah. Sage number 1, sweetgrass number 2, tobacco number 3, ganja number 4. 5 would be like mushrooms maybe. I have it in my notes, but so class, as soon as I get this all edited, I will make sure it is all prepared beautifully. Like I mean, even if I have to like use parts of this, just mute it and put a soundtrack over it, because I don't want to waste. There's one thing too I hate is wasting. It's just like, you know, that could have been used for something. So the video footage, if it comes out crappy, I do apologize. It's probably because I have to like, you know, recycle it. If not, I'm just gonna record tonight again, the whole full thing. So now we're gonna start T's story time. It's got 8K views at the moment. It's 1 year ago, and it's Montana's myths and legends. Exploring Montana urban legends, myths, and folklore in the Rocky Mountains, or what is it? In the United States. Sorry if you hear me crack my back too fast. My back's trying to get that good old Kundalini power.
inside, like there's those tools and unidentified creatures for the most part of the city. So tread lightly as you come to the train to see what kind of folklore we find in our community.
That's crazy. Look at that thing just sitting there.
And number one, we have the various ghost apartments. In Billings, Montana, given it's a populated spot, it makes sense, but there's quite a few haunted.
Let me turn up one notch fast. I'm so sorry. One sec. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio too well. I'm trying to make sure it's not too loud. I'm trying to make sure the Xbox isn't too loud. So if nobody likes it, just throw a thumbs up. I mean, if you don't like it, just put in the comments bad audio or yeah, thumbs up or thumbs down in the comments.
I thought it
For
could
audio.
a lot of them. To start, there's one legend that combines the supernatural with Montana's stereotypical spirit of outdoorsiness.
Now this other channel, I'll give it out more. There's only probably 20 people on this one. So thank you guys. Appreciate you 20. This is very chill. I'm so happy that I get to show you guys first the kind of process of this.
As recently as 2014, I found comment sections on the audio made by people that claimed to be teenagers that went out for a drive on their front road in the late night looking for ghost joggers and surprised themselves when they actually caught something human-like on the side of the road with their headlights. Now skeptics say that this is just an optical illusion caused by steam coming off of warm paper on cold winter nights. But despite this, it doesn't stop kids from going out to the airport road and trying to catch the ghosts themselves. Next up is Moss Mansion in Billings. This mansion was built between 1901 and 1903 for Preston Boyd Moss and his family that are local business people in the Billings area who occupied the home until 1984. And these days, the Moss Mansion is a museum. It's open to the public. As morbid as it is, some of the family members in the Moss family actually passed inside the walls.
Alrighty, guys. One sec too. Also, I am tonight after I'm done making the or showing you guys the list of the stuff. I want to show you guys also. Alright, so go to your state colleges, look up UW, or say you're in Washington, look up UW University Archives, let me drink some water real quick. Look up UW archival footage or photos. Look up Oregon State archival footage and photos. And then, these are the places I'm looking up currently. The one I'm stuck on is Montana. I haven't been able to start because my mom and I have just been disagreeing on a lot. That's how I found out Lewis and Clark. I've said this probably in like the first video or something. It was like the first video. I told everyone that, on the main YouTube. So on the main YouTube channel, I said in like the first video, Lewis and Clark came in from Oregon, not St. Louis, Missouri. So it's pretty interesting that is like the route, because if you look at the route, it kind of goes along the Continental Divide. It goes along the what do they call it? One of the old byways. I'll show you guys that video after the Fort Belknap one, or the Seven Gates of Hell, because it leads into Lucius Aurelian, and that because U20. Thank you guys. Like seriously, this is super cool. So I'm happy to teach you guys.
Other examples are those of Virginia Moss, who passed at the age of 6 from diphtheria, Preston Moss, who had a heart attack in 1947, Martha Moss, the mother, who passed in 1951, and Hollingsworth Moss, who passed in 1984. Visitors to the mansion make the claim that they feel odd quick spots in a room as they walk into it, and sometimes they hear voices, and they even sometimes hear the Moss family's young daughter, Virginia, who passed at the age of 6, sometimes playing and running between rooms. They also occasionally state that when they hear a child's voice, they also hear a man's voice accompanying it, which is said to be Preston Moss, her late father.
Real quick though, I'm so sorry guys. So look up the universities, look up the oldest universities. Those are usually the ones that you want to be able to research first. That's the one, those are the ones that are going to give you the best documentations of whatnot. They say a lot of documents haven't survived past the 1800s. They said a lot of the class, Give me 1 second, class. Hold on. Okay. They said that a lot of the documentation from the 1800s didn't survive because of whatnot, whatever excuse they say. From what I've come to understand through my research, basically a lot of documents were destroyed in the Great Fires. You'll notice a lot of cities or towns or whatever that have, the narrative of national park or ghost town. Those were once bustling places, but they were eradicated by what they call Great Fires. I am so happy to share this because I want you guys to share this with everybody. Okay, anybody in your town or your state or wherever of the world you are, go to that college website. The one I'm on is www. I think it was Missoula. I can't look at it at the moment, but it was Missoula University, MSU, I think, or yeah, I'm just gonna say MSU. .com, and I went to, Montana State University. Yeah, I think it is MSU. So I went to montanastateuniversity.com, and then I went into the archives, and that's where I was able to find all of these photos. It is like insane. There was a pterodactyl on my reservation, or a thunderbird. I don't know which one it is. It's super insane, but I'm super excited to share this stuff with you guys because it's like, I want you guys to all take this information, share it with everybody. We should all be able to know our true history, our true past. Like, the way they've hidden everything, it appears they have, like, they've turned us all against each other, and that's not how it ever was, pretty much. And, it's still kind of a mystery, you know what I mean? I just, right now what I want to do is teach you guys this while I get the video for how to, cure yourself, and as I get that copyrighted just in case. Teach whoever you can. And if they're willing to listen, like you guys are listening, class of 20, you guys rock, dudes. Thank you for listening. That's cool. I have been a big fan of the number 20 for a while. Man, sorry, this is just so awesome. I'm finally able to teach people that are willing to listen. There will be more. I'll write you guys letters, just a thank you and appreciation letter, just from the bottom of my heart. I'm not gonna kiss it or anything with lipstick or anything. No. That costs extra. I'm kidding. But yeah, guys, I love you guys. Let's continue the class. I'm sorry for the rants. Like I said, I'm gonna have to cut a lot of it out. If you want anything, I'll learn in making. I'll write that in my notes right now to make a Reddit or a. Make a Reddit or what do you call it? A Reddit or a basically a wall where we can all communicate and tell each other stuff. I forgot what they call them. Community walls, for online. Sorry, I'm not trying to look at the comments right now. Just a heads up, guys. I have a lot. I have to study. And I'm also learning some of this stuff along with you guys, by the way. Make a Reddit. What was it called? Alright, hold on. Can you guys name the other one? I am so sorry. What was it called? It was. Yeah, that one. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Let's get back to education.
Folks have also caught an EVP, a female voice singing in the mansion's billiards village, and they're playing to see shadow people in the mansion. It's a secret of the lobby of the toilet areas. There's also a laundry list of EVPs posted on the internet, which range from people claiming they've heard names said to folks claiming that the ghost is asking for a flashlight and dropping it. There's also the prominently featured Dude Random Line, built in the 1950s in downtown Village from bricks salvaged from an old hospital, steel and refinery in town with a western cowboy and ranching theme. It was constructed purposely to reflect the region's heritage. And these days, it's simply all hotel. It was run by a couple, Annabelle and Percival Gomes, and these two ran the hotel until they both passed away in 1983 and 1962, respectively. Since their passing, the hotel has oddly been more occupied than before, but not in a way that you'd appreciate right there. According to visitors and staff members, there's new services on Thursday. It said that lights will turn on and off.
Okay. Hold on, class.
Tonight. Sometimes, guests will be knocking on the doors to open.
Let me go check my other YouTube channel real quick. I'll be right back, class. I'm so sorry. Give me a sec, class. Sorry. Okay, one sec, guys. One sec. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Dude, what the hell are you people doing? Trying to teach a class. Hey, other YouTube. I'm so sorry, guys. Like I said, oh wait, I don't think I posted it yet, but I have other. Oh no, I said it. Yeah, I have like 2 other YouTube channels. The one with the classes, I'm going to share soon. I just have a class that I've met on YouTube, and kind of like not YouTube. I met him on Facebook, so I'll share that with you guys later. But after I edit this video, hey Demi, good to see you. I'm teaching a class right now, and I'm trying to make sure like no riffraff is in the background. Thank you. But I hope you have a good day, Demi. You be good. Stay blessed, dude. Gangsters. Also, I hope you have a blessed week. And I'm sorry I've been like MIA. I'm so sorry. I've been Demi, when I show you my findings, oh my gosh. I will share also with you the you can be the 21 subscriber for the new one, the new YouTube channel. It's not a YouTube, or it's like a historical kind of one, but this one will just be for like my music and whatnot. But I hope you're doing good, Demi. Peace out. Okay, class. I'm so sorry, guys. I just had to make sure, the noise. Cause I have like a noise barrier right there to like kind of block out the noise, so it doesn't bounce there. That noise doesn't bounce over here. It just bounces over there. And so they don't.
There's also sounds of children running and playing in the halls when no children are.
So they don't interrupt. Like, dude, this is I only want to do one recordings of stuff, but like I have to already re-record the stuff. So please understand that this is still like I'm still learning how to do this while I'm still learning how to do this all professionally. Like I said, I do apologize for the amateur recording style of the new YouTube channel, but this will be the first video to introduce everybody. But I'm gonna probably delist this one once I record the final cut. All right, so let's continue.
Present, and folks have even caught EVPs of female voices themselves, which they claim to be the old owners of Annabelle. The second story is Sacrifice Cliff. Sacrifice Cliff is a story about 2 young men filled with anguish that drove them to do something tragic. And it has a backstory that may be all too familiar to those just watching. The history of this place dates back to the 1800s when a pandemic struck London, Billington, with smallpox, a deadly virus running rampant in many communities. Smallpox had been brought from Europe to the Americas and was passed along by interactions with sick folks and by touching their infected belongings. The statistics on their survival rate with this smallpox was also very high.
So I have to take some notes real quick, class. If you guys have anything, just write down. And then remember, tonight we'll share it. I'll also see about getting that Reddit post. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to teach everybody how to get rid of. Okay, guys, I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but I have done the research. I've collected the data. I've had to meticulously and also in great stress, perform this science experiment. It has been the most stressfulest, month of my life, but I have learned how to heal people. I just want you guys to also know that I hope you guys, listen and copy the words, and then don't ever sell, because if you try to sell this, it will come out very badly for you and your generations, the future of your family, kids. Don't do that to your descendants. Trust me, that is not what you want to do. So yeah, guys. Basically, I am now going to continue this. We're pressing play. So again, I'm gonna restart everything probably professionally tonight, like 100% professional, because this is just already had distractions, and the cars outside, you can still get the whooshing and whatnot, and the helicopters or planes. So tonight we'll do it more professional. I'll also instead of talking, I'll write it down, and I'll just pause the video and I'll write it down and put it, put what my thought is.
Leading to more than half of the local Crow Nation natives passing away in the 1800s because of diseases, including smallpox. Now, legends say that before the whole pandemic began, this cliff was a
let's see.
situation where young Crow natives could go to As the story has it, during the pandemic, 2 Crow teams returned to the tribe one day after days of running.
I swear I need Ritalin or something. I need to get some prescriptions to calm the ADHD nerves.
It's really more likely that it's true. It was a small group that perished because during the pandemic, they split up into smaller groups for months at a time to stop the spread of disease in the community. In short, though, everyone they knew and loved was passed. Captured by the despair, the boys couldn't go on, so they blindfolded their horses and sent them riding towards sacrifice ground so they could join their loved ones again on the other side. Some also say that this act was done to appease spirits and stop the smallpox epidemic.
Oh my.
Now, whether this whole saga actually occurred or whether it's an urban legend is a mystery.
Can you guys literally fuck off? So I can record? Bro. Sorry, class. Give me a second. That is my family. I am so sorry about this. They are just being dumb at the moment. Okay, class, I didn't want to show you guys this. I didn't want you guys to use. I have no idea, you 20, some of you do, some of you don't know. I have no idea why they keep trying to freaking spy on me. I'm trying to teach a class. Please leave us alone. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to get upset. It's just very frustrating when people who don't want to listen about anything else, but they want to listen this time. Not all the other times, but now you want to listen. Piss off so I can teach my class, okay? Piss off. You're pissing. Oh my gosh, bro. I have many cameras, so please, it's off. I have to do this. Oh my gosh, dude. I have 2 laptops, 2 phones. Can't tell you how many little extra cameras I have. But please let me teach my class. I'm so sorry, guys, about this. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, dude. If anybody wants to leave the classroom right now, I'm so sorry. To the friends that know me, I'm so sorry about this, guys. My family is embarrassing, as you can tell. I'm so sorry. Yeah, my phone's here because this is what I need to use. My other laptop is right here recording. Can you guys please fuck off? Like, oh my god, dude. I'm trying to teach a class. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh.
But the community was afflicted by smallpox at the time, so the historical background
Bro.
is certainly true. Regardless, this legend is pervasive, and perhaps because of it,
Let me see if I can record with the other YouTube channel.
say the ghosts of native
We'll go to the third YouTube channel.
from smallpox still haunt the cliffs of villages. Next up, we have the ghosts of Little Bighorn Battleship. In the late 1800s, tensions were rising between the U.S. government and native Sioux
Okay,
Cheyenne
switch to the other YouTube channel.
due to white settlers encroaching on native lands and the discovery of gold on the Carbon Islands. Because of this activity, the three tribes, led by famous natives you may have heard of, Sitting Bull, and Crazy Horse, formed a pact to fight back against the governments who were trying to force them to dwell on reservations. Tensions got so bad that in 1876, the U.S.
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me mute this real quick. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm going to start recording you guys with the third YouTube channel. Please, piss the freak off, dude. Like, I'm trying to teach. If you guys aren't going to listen, you guys want to listen now out of all the times. Like, seriously, out of all these times, you finally want to listen. I'm unmuting it now, okay? You're gonna embarrass yourself. Class, this is my family. They're interrupting a membership that you're paying for. There is a camera. Now, I'm sorry, class, this is my family. I'm going to start recording also with a third YouTube channel. Again, I'm so sorry about this, guys. So, the new YouTube channel will have a, how do you say, very annoying beginning, because I have to record my family, because they won't listen. I'm trying to teach a class, and you guys are trying, like, dude, these people are going to pay for this. Like, dude, these people have been kind enough to cash at me each $1. So now I'm going to start recording on the YouTube channel. All right, guys. So there's my family. This is the third YouTube channel. They are just being frustratingly annoying. And I don't know why they think they can spy on me. When all I'm trying to do, and we can see your camera. These people are paying for a class, and you guys are interrupting, okay? They've been kind enough to donate each $1. Okay? Are you going to give me money to go to Montana? Oh, my God. So yeah, guys, my mother uses up all my gas and continues to spy on me. Bro. Yeah, I thought so. You know what, dude? So yeah, guys, that's my family. Anybody that's watching the main YouTube channel, just yeah. When you watch this, I'm about to make it public. Just please, I swear, please share, because the people that are on the second YouTube channel, I'm recording a live class for them as kind of like a premiere, kind of like, hey, this is what's going to happen, what you're going to learn about. You can, trust me. I've done the research, I've done the data. Okay, they've been kind enough to donate $1 each. Like I said, I don't need much. I just need some money to get the heck back home so I can get out of these mental institution of little, kids that think they know better than me, of all people. A 4.0 student my junior and sophomore year, and then just overly intelligent the rest. Yeah. Okay. All right. Third YouTube channel. So third YouTube channel. Hey, this is Chris. So this is the third YouTube channel. This is probably the third video now. My family, I wanted to have this all professionally done. I wanted it done by a long time ago, but they keep getting in the way. So I'm so sorry if you have to see this. And with this YouTube channel, we're going to, sorry guys, I'm so sorry about all this. Those of you who are in the second YouTube channel's class, I'm so sorry. Most of you who are going to watch this know how frustrated I am right now and how annoyed I am. The fact that she used up all my gas and is still continuing to try to spy on me. What the fuck are you trying to do? You're making yourself look... Oh, dude. You know what, guys? The live class, I'm so sorry you guys have to experience this. But you guys, kind of know what's going on. First YouTube channel, yeah, thank you guys for being there. Like, I appreciate it a lot, dudes. Like, I'm so sorry you guys are still experiencing this. Tyree, yeah, that kid, I'm ashamed of him. Let's see. So, I have a third YouTube channel. This is, I won't give out the name, but yeah, this is the third YouTube channel. It's brand new. I just didn't want to use it, but now I have to. These kids, when they realize how wrong they were, and you know what, Kathy, I know you're listening. I was going to help you with that fucking 2,500. Now you can go fuck off. For the fact that you would even try to spy on me. I keep telling you, I'm going to help you, and you keep fucking it up. How dumb are you? Now, one last time, okay? You're embarrassing yourself in front of the 20 students that are paying me to get back home. Okay? Kathy, oh my God, dude. Class, I'm so sorry about this. First YouTube channel, you guys know what's going on. I'm so sorry about this, guys. Yeah, I am now in a very upset mood. I don't want to do anything no more. But because these people paid money, I'm going to go extra longer with the recording. Because they keep messing around. So, I'm so sorry about this, guys. Just keep doing what you do best and, keeping an eye on me. I appreciate everyone that watches it over the day and whatnot. Like I said, keep emailing me. Keep, just send me your notes and whatnot. I'll go through them as best as possible. And if it goes to my junk box, just put in the comments, put in the comments that, hey, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, you missed my email or this is my email. And I'll be able to... Don't put the email because they'll erase the comment, but put the, kind of abbreviate it and space it out or whatever. And I can hear my voice. Dumbasses. So yeah, again, I'm so sorry about all of this, guys. You guys are paying money for this information. and this little fucking kid can't go get a goddamn job to go keep himself entertained or do something, can go to a sport tie, you're overweight, you know, you're not very smart at the moment. Instead of working out and doing her little bidding, how about you go do your thing, okay, buddy? Fucking kid, man. Some kids are just, you know, tools. Tools. Don't be a tool, Ty. Especially to someone like that. Breaks your freaking word every chance she gets. So again, guys, I'm going to be recording extra longer for my class that is paying to help me get back to Montana. I am sorry you guys have to hear me get upset. I don't like to get upset. It is one of the things, you know, I'm very chill. I'm a very, you know, chill guy, down to earth. I do hate being lied to, though. Why? Because I hate liars. Long story, if you want to find this out from the second YouTube channel, go to the first YouTube channel. But yeah, guys, I'm going to record some more on my third YouTube channel, and then we'll start back the class because I am upset that this would even... Ooh, Kathy, you messed this up one more time. You're not getting that money. I'm not going to teach you how to do it. That's $250,000. Stop being a fucking idiot. You're beginning to really piss me off now. I told you I would help you tomorrow. Now, do you want the $250,000 for doing absolutely nothing? Yes or no? Then use your fucking head and quit spying on me. God damn, dude. I'm not going to help you if you do this one more time. And you can kiss all that money. You can buy all the crap you want. The keys are out there if you need the car. Go. I'm teaching a class. And Ty, talk to me, you fucking little shit. Doing your bidding. How dare you, man. You used to be cool, kid. Now you're just a fucking tool. Fucking using Ty to spy. And your other friends. You want to fucking learn? Listen. When I tell you the first time, I don't like to repeat myself. Okay, class, I'm so sorry about that, guys. Anybody that knows from me from the first YouTube channel knows. And I'm so sorry, but they still watch it because they, you know, they love me and they know what I'm doing. So, guys, let's start it. Let me put this over here. One more time, Kathy. You're not getting that fucking money. Gosh. Class, you know.
So you like the soup, huh?
I want to help you guys, so please listen, okay? Right now, I have to educate you on this stuff. Then we'll get to, you know, bigger stuff, like, you know, money and all that jazz. Finances, how to, you know, stuff like that. If, you know, there is a time. So don't worry about it. Money's there. Honestly. Like, you know, God will always provide, dudes. And that's why I appreciate you guys. The 20 of you guys, I'm going to hand personally write you guys a letter of appreciation. I'm going to try to make it the most cool thing ever and get you guys like that. You know, get you something cool. So, yeah, it's, I appreciate this. $20, you know, that's a lot of money. People think, oh, that's not a lot. Dude, that's a lot. They just don't know how to, you know, use their brain to, they don't see the value of it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, so let's start class. I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me record one more video. Wait, I'm so sorry. Let me record. I personally, actually, I'm sorry about all that. Let me, record a video for my third YouTube channel. My family are very frustrating sometimes. Hey guys, so this is the third YouTube channel. This is the fourth video. I finally had to lay down, you know, what my terms are. Please leave me alone. Let me teach this class. So yeah, you guys will see some stuff. Bye. Sorry guys, sorry. I get frustrated. Dude, I have to turn off the camera real quick. Wait 1 sec. And let me mute it. Like, bro, I'm trying to teach a class, guys. It's so freaking embarrassing. Oh, my mentor. Oh, my mentor. Like, I'm going to help you, Kathy, but you need to quit talking about me. You need to quit, get me out of your fucking head. I hate when people think about me because then I'm in their head. Like, oh, bro, I can feel it. Like, just don't talk about me. Let me focus on my class. The camera's on mute. The voice is on mute. This room will be clean. It's super easy. Why are you worried about that? You should be worried about teaching people the truth. Okay, I got that on my system. All right, MP, move to drink some water, and then we're gonna get back to recording. Oh, God. This is embarrassing. I am trying to teach a class. What part of that don't you guys understand? Like, get out of my damn way. That is so annoying, dude. I'm not gonna help you with that money, Kathy. If you mess this up one more time, and I will know, I'm gonna pull up my other laptop. I will know, and I don't want to pull out that laptop because I already know that laptop's gonna piss me off when I look at the footage. Stop while you're ahead, buddy. You're about to piss $250,000 down the drain. Stop while you're ahead. Let me educate people. You fucking cluck, man. Just because you don't know the knowledge, don't take it out on these other people, Kathy. And I'm trying to fucking pee. Give me some goddamn privacy. Fucking weirdos. Oh my god, bro. First YouTube channel, I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, as you can tell, like all the other videos, yeah. Now that we're teaching the class, they still want to fuck around. Like, Jesus Christ. And literally, they're still playing with it. Like, here, look. Alright, where's my other phone? Third YouTube channel. So, third YouTube channel, as you guys can see, they have just broken their fucking word again. Kathy, are you fucking simple? Last chance. Don't touch the goddamn door. I'm trying to teach a class. And you're lucky the second YouTube video can't. I'm pissed off. You're lucky the second freaking YouTube channel cannot hear this right now. I have it muted. First YouTube channel can. Stop fucking embarrassing me and you. Don't spy on me. I don't need you guys in my space right now. This room will be done as soon as I'm done teaching. You're about to get $250 for doing nothing, just filling out papers. Stop. Last chance. Oh my god. I am. Oh my god, dude. You fucking monkeys. Are you going to listen or not? Are you going to listen or not? I can see the camera. Are you going to listen or are you going to piss $250,000 down the drain, Kathy, because of your ego? Last chance after I say this, okay? I have spoken. Okay, third YouTube channel. So third YouTube channel, I finally had to just finally say, hey, because they continue to spy, okay? I finally had to tell them, hey, I'm not going to help you with this thing if you want it. So don't interfere with the class. Oh my gosh, dude.
I like the things like this. Tell stories.
Okay, guys. First YouTube channel, I'm so sorry, guys. You guys already know what's going on. I'm going to continue teaching the class.
No, you're not getting nothing. Go through. No, people.
Thank you guys, and thanks whoever shared it and was able to get, like, you know, a few others that you know, a few people I've never met before, or digitally or in person. Thank you, I appreciate this. I have a third YouTube channel I will release later to you guys on this first YouTube channel, and I have a second channel that I will release to you guys sooner or later on the first channel. So number 2 channel and number 3 channel will all come out. Thank you guys for, you know, listening. I will be posting more documentaries on my second YouTube channel here soon. Just continue to check this out. You know, sorry, I'm very frustrated right now. First YouTube channel, I'm very frustrated. You guys know why. I have this class, and okay, I'm going to start back with class. So thank you, first YouTube channel. Okay. Hey guys, back here with the Exploring Montana Urban Legends. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to erase this, or I'm going to have to archive this. I do not want to. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dudes. Okay, I mean that. I am so sorry. You guys had to, let's see, here's some of that. Oh my god, bro. Like, dude. You're going to lose this money if you keep talking about me. Keep my name out of your mouth. Third YouTube channel, second YouTube channel. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mute this again. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Kathy, you used up all of my gas. Hey, Kathy. Can you guys just please not talk about me right now while I'm in class? I'm teaching these kids. Really, Facebook people. It's on mute. It's on mute. Okay, it's on mute. Okay. Okay, guys. Hey, sorry about that. That was, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. We're gonna go back to this Exploring Montana Urban Legends, Myths, and Folklore. I'm just gonna restart the whole video. I'm terribly sorry about this, guys. I'm so sorry.
Well, howdy doody, and welcome back to my venture across the United States, where I visit each state and cover some of the urban legends and local mythology present in the area. We're passing through the United States in alphabetical order as we go along this journey, so make sure you
I
go
have
ahead
no
and check
idea.
your state.
Can you guys put in the comments again if this video was like good, like they say, like good
Today, we're visiting Montana,
sound wise
the Treasure State. From what I understand, everyone is a cowboy in Montana, so I'm expecting some
for
solid
second YouTube channel.
drama on this adventure. But jokes aside, it looks like there's ghosts, ghouls, and unidentified creatures roaming these parts too. So tread lightly as you come up to see what kind of folklore we find in Montana.
Okay, I'll turn it up one, a couple notches. Like,
In Billings, Montana, given it's a populated spot, it makes sense, but there's quite a few hauntings. So instead of just covering one, I thought I'd go through a whole lot of them. To start, there's one legend that combines the supernatural with Montana's stereotypical
How does it sound?
about outdoorsiness, and this legend is the Ghost Jocker of Billings. On
Alright,
Airport Road
guys.
in Billings, which, as you guessed, is a simple four-lane highway that runs from the east side of Billings to the city's airport, legend has it that if you're traveling this road at night, your headlights might catch a human-like shape that looks to perhaps be jogging along the road in the night. As recently as 2014, I found comment sections on the internet.
I'm gonna pull up my second laptop.
that claim to be teenagers that went out for a drive.
Don't mind me, guys.
In the late night, looking for the ghost jogger, and surprised themselves when they actually caught something human-like on the side of the road with their headlights. Now skeptics say this is just an optical.
I didn't want to pull up my second laptop, but
coming off of warm pavement on cold winter nights. But despite this, it doesn't stop kids from going out to the airport road and trying to catch the ghost themselves.
I don't get why they can't stop talking about it.
This mansion was built between 1901
Leave me the fuck alone.
and 1903 for
I'm
Preston
trying to
Boyd
teach a class.
Johnson's family that are local business people in the Billings area who occupied the home until
Don't think about me. Don't worry about me. You haven't worried before. You haven't thought of me before. Why now? I'm out of your house as soon as I'm able to get my gas money.
Members in the Moss family actually passed inside the walls of Colt too. Notable examples are those of Virginia Moss, who passed at the age of 6 from diphtheria, Preston Moss, who had a heart attack in 1947, Martha Moss, the mother, who passed in 1951, and Hollingsworth Moss, who passed in 1984. Visitors to the mansion make the claim that they feel odd cold spots in a room as they walk into it, and sometimes they hear voices, and they even sometimes hear the Moss family's young daughter, Virginia, who passed at the early age of 6, sometimes playing and running between rooms. They also occasionally state that when they hear a child's voice, they also hear a man's voice accompanying, which is said to be Preston Moss, her late father, playing with her. Folks have also caught an EVP of a female voice singing in the mansion's billiards room, and they claim to see shadow people around the mansion, in particular in the lobby or foyer areas. There's also a laundry list of EVPs that people have supposed.
What did I fucking say? Keep my name out of your mouth. You haven't worried before. Why worry now? Mind your business. You'll get money, a lot of money, very fucking soon. A lot of money, very, very soon. I haven't muted it. I want my second YouTube channel class to know what's going on, okay? Sorry again, class, about this. Keep my name out of your mouth. You will have money. This room will get cleaned very fast. Don't yell. You've never cared before. Why care now?
On the internet that range from people claiming they've heard names.
Sorry, class.
Folks claiming that the ghost is asking for a flashlight to be brought to them. There's also the prominently featured Dude Rancher Lodge, built in the 1950s in downtown Billings from bricks salvaged from an old hospital, school, and refinery in town with a western cowboy and ranching theme. It was constructed purposefully to reflect the region's heritage, and these days it's simply a hotel. It was run by a couple, Annabelle and Percival Gum, and these two ran the hotel until they both passed away in 1983 and 1962, respectively. Since their passing, the hotel has oddly been more occupied than before, but not in the way
Okay,
that
through
you
YouTube channel.
as a guest. According to visitors and staff members, there's weird occurrences on the premises. It's said that lights will turn on
So
at
you guys can
all,
leave me alone?
televisions will sometimes turn themselves on in the middle of the night. Sometimes guests will hear
You know what?
knocking on their doors only to open them to find nothing.
You know what? It's probably just walking. You know what? I'm over it. That's what lying does to people. Lying makes you mistrust people. That's why you never lie. My family don't realize like how bad lying has affected me. 'Cause it's like, so thank you guys for following along. I'm gonna call my mother one more time. I'm not gonna mute it. I want you guys to hear this. I don't want to pull out my second laptop because I know it's gonna just piss me off, to be honest. Hey buddy. Hey, I was gonna say, what was it called? What was it called? So it was just at the tip of my tongue, like I've got cotton mouth. Yeah, dude. So okay, I want to help you tomorrow with that thing. Okay. So I will send it. Well, when you get done with that, we'll get it done. It's not hard. It's just a laptop. All you need. You can do all the paperwork, documentation online, and then boom, you mail it in. Then boom, then you get some mail order. You know what I mean? It's a small process, but it's very, very simple. Okay, for doing nothing, you're about to get almost $250,000. I think it was last time I checked. So please don't interrupt my class. These people are paying $1 each. They've kindly donated $1 each to get me home because they believe in my word. Okay. Thank you. Okay, class. As you saw, I'm very civil. I'm very chill. Just don't interrupt my peace, and we'll be peaceful.
On the other side, there's also been sounds of children running and playing in the halls where no children are present, and folks have even caught clips of female voices throughout the hotel, which they claim to be the old owner of Annabelle. The second story is Sacrifice Cliff. Sacrifice Cliff is a story about two young men filled with anguish that drove them to do something tragic. And it has a backstory that may be all too familiar to those of us watching. The history of this place dates back to the 1800s.
Again, sorry guys, you can hear the from the white thing.
Deadly virus running rampant in many communities. Smallpox had been brought from Europe to the Americas and was passed along by interaction with sick folks and by touching their infected belongings. The statistic on their survival rate if they did get smallpox was also very high, with about 90% of natives infected perishing, leading to more than half of the local Crow Nation natives passing away in the 1800s because of diseases, including smallpox. Now, legends say that before the whole pandemic hit, this cliff was a place of meditation where young Crow natives would go to contemplate and sit in silence. As the story has it, during the pandemic, 3 Crow teens returned to the tribe one day after days of
Try to keep it very
find that their whole group,
minimal squeaking noises with
including
the
the love interest and immediate family,
thing.
had perished in smallpox. Some stories say that it was their whole tribe, but it's really more likely that if this legend is true, it was their small group
One more
that
clean
perished
solvent.
during the pandemic. Natives split up into smaller groups for months at a time, stopping from disease and
Clean
disease.
solvent.
In short, though, everyone they knew and loved was passed. Captured by their despair, the boys couldn't go on, so they blindfolded their horses and sent them riding towards Sacrifice Cliff, so they could join their loved ones again on the other side. Some also say that this act was done to appease the and stop the smallpox epidemic, which is for the people. Now, whether this whole project actually occurred or whether it's an urban legend is a mystery, but the community was afflicted by smallpox at the time, so the historical backdrop is certainly true. Regardless, this legend is pervasive, and perhaps because of it, and the historical facts behind it, folks say the ghosts of natives who perished in the area from smallpox still haunt the cliffs of villages. Next up, we have the ghost of Little Bighorn Mountain. In the late 1800s, teachers were raised
can't hear it
that the
outside,
U.S.
okay?
government had
Turn around and gone.
featuring white settlers encroaching on native lands and the discovery of gold on the Dakota lands. Because of this activity, the 3 tribes led by famous natives named Hurdy, City Bull, and Crazy Horse formed a pact to fight back against the government who were trying to force them to dwell on reservations. Tensions got so hot that in 1876 the U.S. government decided to force them on reservations through a show of military strength.
Hey,
This was all led by Lieutenant Colonel George Custer, and it all came to a head on June 25th, 1876, when Custer's forces encountered the Native Alliance forces near Little Bighorn River. Custer made the perilous choice of dividing his forces into small groups, but already being outnumbered, his forces were overwhelmed and easily fell into the event of St. Peter, where Custer's last stand. This event prompted him to reflect on the treatment of Native people, U.S. military achievements, and the site is preserved as Little Bighorn battlefield monument. I have argued rightly think that most people come to
O Marisa que encaixar, encaixar
around the time the site started sightings of otherworldly things that battlefield ultimately began to occur. One of the experiences is that of Charles Gould, a historian and author, who reported that when he visited Custer's last stand alone, that Custer himself visited him in spirit to tell him of the battle. Although a park ranger and historian who worked the battlefield at the time denied that this was happening. Despite this, others believe in Charles Gould's accounts because he apparently has a fairly great interpretation of what happened in the battle. There was also a New Orleans man who
Yep.
transported back in time to the battle of Richmond. His cab driver, who claimed he saw soldiers and natives engaged in combat while driving by, and was so shaken that he reported it to the visitor center. There was also a Canadian lady who had dreams about the battle, even knowing the name of the soldiers who watched perish in her vision. Although funny enough,
Quit making me waste
they were not
good, clean water. I mean, it's still clean, but still. Sorry, you can see that guy in the background. Like, if you would have just left me alone a long time ago, Kathy, I would have been done. I would have been gone.
Also, some accounts by natives, one of which tells the story
Oh,
of being
man.
visited late at night by warriors who took part in this battle. They were dressed in their battle attire, and the individual who experienced this claimed that she was interpreting the visitation as a sign.
And now that I want to leave, I'm stuck for a second. For a second.
Events that occurred at the site. It's worth noting that this happened tonight too. And
Cannot wait to get home.
there's a figure called the Ghost Hunter, and as such, he allows the spirit to attack after the principle of the and that this is the source of the reasonable battlefield. There's also a story in Kansas that how the superintendent of the park were also seen apparitions involving the warriors, soldiers, and even the figure of a woman. In this house, located near the battlefield, folks have heard footsteps, seen apparitions, and have even heard loud, ear-piercing screeches. Although by our accounts, the ghosts are being home, friendly, and even in some instances, seem to be trying to protect you as well. Beyond that, there are a multitude of other things that so many people talk of footsteps in the dark, ground, footsteps, and even visiting strong figures that you touch and battle with the big one. Personally, I encourage you to pay the site a visit. The wide open plains, distant cliffs, and sprawling cemeteries create a somber backdrop for an event that is
As
perhaps
soon as I get some privacy, I'm going to go do laundry.
perhaps unlucky. Such folks from the past will show up and make sure that you're well aware of what happened at the site. At number 4, we have the Flathead Lake Monster in Flathead Lake in northwest Montana. It's said that here, a giant serpent about 30 to 40 feet long roams the waters, briefly coming up for air and showing off its
Can I help you?
eyes or being sighted by the fish finders of fishermen. It's said that one sure sign
Do I attract you or something?
is a large weight that forms on top
Are
of
you
the
attracted to me?
creature as it moves through Flathead Lake, supposedly slithering through the water like a snake. This creature was first sighted in 1889 by Captain James.
Oh my gosh, bro. I can see you guys' shadows. I don't know if I see your shadows. I can read your thoughts, dudes.
Folks assume came up for air.
I can feel your energy.
There have been over 100.
When you look at me, I feel it even more.
In some of these sightings, there's even multiple
Stop.
creatures. According to one Tammy Avison, when she was a kid, she saw
I have a
five
class, man.
Which makes sense given that this
Like, how dare you people?
Folks also characterize this creature as being shy and fearful of boats and swimmers, which also makes sense.
Are you gonna pay for my ticket to go back to Montana?
Years of sightings come without any concrete proof of the beast.
Well,
It's also probably a good thing.
well,
Frequent Flathead Lake, knowing that
Well?
this creature is big, and it's probably
Hello?
come after you. Naysayers naysayers say that this creature
No?
is simply a combination
Then
of sightings of
Kadoodle.
deer, or elk,
Okay?
and bears,
I have people to educate.
perhaps combined with the population
Okay.
of large white sturgeon lived along the lake. Indeed, there is
Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know if, like, oh god. Fucking parasitic demons, man.
They also have sinuous skin.
Right there. Did you guys see where my lemon it's a lemon fucking what's it called? A lemon something. Oh my god, people, dude, they touched it, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah. People are funny. Funny. Dudes, I am so sorry about all this. I should have just muted it real quick. One taxi. Oh my god, you fucking. And the footsteps. That's the dead giveaway. Every time. And the eyes looking at me. Like, bro. Oh my god. Last time. Class, I'm sorry about this. I'm also cleaning though, so like I said, I'm gonna delete this. I'm probably gonna have to delete this, but I'll go through it to get the notes and whatnot and read what you guys said.
Idaho Museum of Natural History. And now, it's on display in the Madison Valley History Museum in Montana. It's worth noting that Sherbert and his
So annoying, dude. Let me teach.
So there's
Fuck,
really no way
man.
to know if this is a new creature, or just a hybrid, or just a wolf with deformities. There was also another Shunko rock frenzy.
I'm gonna write all these videos down, these last 3 videos we watched, so we can go through the notes and whatnot, guys. I'm gonna probably have to do it by like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. also, because I want to make sure, you know, I'm not making too much noise tonight. I just want to, because my neighbors. See you. Let's purify water. Again.
Thank you all for joining me today on this journey through lakes, cities, and natural parks.
Oh, my land.
I never would have expected to see so much supernatural spooky stuff. Honestly, half of me thought I'd just be finding stories about bear attacks.
I'm pulling my second laptop, guys.
Regardless, as I said in my last video, I'm making these videos for free, but if you'd like to change that at no cost to you, I'd appreciate it if you liked this video, subscribe to my channel, and turned on notifications. That way, you won't miss our journey through the next states, Nebraska, and many more folklore and history
Hi.
videos to come, including perhaps one more holiday special. We'll see if I can fit it in. Just
Guys,
but remember,
Alright, 13.
whether you just saw a weird-looking wolf coming your way, or if you were out fishing on a Flathead Lake and your boat started rocking, don't you ever forget, it's always story time.
Okay, I think they're leaving us alone. Alright, class. So that was Myths and Legends of Folklore in Montana. We're gonna check out now, let's see. I wanted to check out the Seven Gates of Hell. So we'll check out the Seven Gates of Hell and Utah. Wow, my neck. Okay, I'm gonna pull my second laptop. Okay. YouTube channel. Hey, first YouTube channel. I'm so sorry. Okay, guys. Everything. Seriously, my apologies. You guys already know what's going on with the first YouTube channel. Okay. Hey guys, this is me on the third YouTube channel. I have here a laptop I got for free actually, and it turns out to be actually really well decent one. A lot of space, a lot of you know, RAM. Let me try that. Okay, so hey guys, this is the third YouTube channel. This is my second laptop. This is how do you say, a very good laptop. It's got 8 gigabytes of RAM and about a lot of gigabytes of memory. So we're gonna start, yeah. I have a very compact recording device that I use to record small classes. Now I want to use a big laptop to there we go. Okay, there we go. Actually, you know what? I still got it. That's gonna take up a lot of memory right now. Don't do all the shit I just recorded from other guys. I hope that does not take up too much memory. Oh, dude. Yeah, because it's like I didn't check in for like 2-3 days. Yeah, like 24 hours. 28. 22 right now. 17 hours. That's probably like what? How many gigabytes would I do? It would be like. Oh, I died. Damn it. Okay, that's sure. Hey, sorry, my second laptop died. I have to insure it for a bit. Just give me a few and I will, yeah. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing good. Peace.
Happy. Back to cleaning one up and.
Also, again, class, I have to tell you guys this. Ghost guys, spirits, they're real, okay? I have to purify this whole room. I almost want to end the class, but I don't want you guys to feel like you wasted $1. Like, that's a lot of money, and I very much appreciate it. Let me just get this laptop situation sorted out, and we will continue recording. For the second YouTube channel, first YouTube channel. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry it's so late as well. Like, I'm so sorry to all you guys that do this. Yeah. I wish I had a office space again, but I do not. Like I said, my house was robbed. Like, my grandma, everything she had was gone. My little cousin, his stuff was gone. My stuff, I don't care about my stuff with my dog. The guy killed my dog. And I sort of turned into an alcoholic a little bit after that, and then my cousin kind of passed away in front of me, and then it kind of turned me into a more bigger alcoholic. And because I felt like had I not been drinking, I could have saved him or something. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this. And I seriously appreciate this $20. I'm going to save this until we acquire some more funding, and then I'm going to post the funding results. Everything should be good soon. Okay, let's do the Mud Flood Detective, and then we'll do the 7 Gates of Hell. Wait. Let's do the Ghost Towns of Saskatchewan, actually. Alright, let's see. Louisiana's weird folklore. We gotta check out that one later, because my grandmother, Sarah Julia, said, went to Louisiana, or my great grandpa, John Baptiste Gardapi.
You have it?
Oh my god.
It's still there, it's still available, I know.
They said they always say, don't check, don't correct me, it's available, but I won't answer. They won't answer.
Okay, so let's do Ghost Towns of Southwest Saskatchewan, and let's do.
Okay, so, get ready. If you text me,
Yeah, I know, I went, what, on the express.
like you guys. Get ready, we go.
Appearances for lunacy, a history of trans-Allegheny.
Right there, ready.
Reservation site.
Hey, there's some blueberries, mocking up there, not mocking up.
Okay, let's do the. I know there's the Southwest Saskatchewan, but I also wanted to check out. I think there's just North Saskatchewan as well. Mountain. Okay, let's do the Southwest Saskatchewan then, guys. I'm so sorry this video is like gonna be longer than I expected. And to anyone that's like viewing, I appreciate it. I want you guys to hear anything that you guys have heard. My family, they kind of, you know, I don't know. I don't understand them. But I care for them, but I don't understand them.
In this video, we're going to explore Southwest Saskatchewan and the Ghost Town Trail. I'm mostly going to be sticking to Highway 13 and Highway 18. Most of these towns either don't exist anymore or are now ghost towns. We're going to begin in Austin, Saskatchewan. It has
You didn't say my name right, Kathy? You're not bringing me up or anything? You're not saying my name right. Not bringing me up? Okay.
this really nice old grain elevator, but it's not really
It's a lot of money to piss away for over nothing.
It still has some services. The old grocery store is the only building here that's
So you guys
abandoned.
hear the class.
But it's a really nice place to get started, and you're really going to love the restored gas station just on the edge of town. Next up, we're going to go to Robsart. This is a classic ghost town.
Words.
Most of the buildings in town are
Seeing
still owned by someone,
color.
so there's no trespassing here. But Main Street is just filled with abandoned buildings, including that old service station. And there's lots of former residences. I don't think anybody's lived here in over 30 years. This is actually an old hospital. My favorite is the Beaver Lumber Store. been about 30 years since the grain elevated west town, and I don't think any business has been open since then. And I'd like to know how long the car's been sitting in this old gas station.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next up is Medora, Saskatchewan. There's only 3 buildings left in town, not much to see here, and they're behind a fence.
This is old Oxford.
Well, this used to be a pretty big town.
Nice.
Next, we're gonna go to the Ravenscraig Valley.
Why is this not looking at?
The old ghost town of Ravenscraig has pretty much been bought out and used as a farming operation. Not much to see here anymore, as most of the buildings have been repurposed or restored. But the valley itself is breathtaking. The drive alone is worth coming here just to see this valley. There are some abandoned places to see along the trip. And about once a week, the Great Western Rail train was to and fro in the valley.
The what? Western Rail? Started it, somebody fix the camera.
I guess this spot is where Crazy Horse once had his camp set
There
up.
you guys go.
I made an entire video on 10 thrilling places in southwest Saskatchewan. Most of these places, a lot of people don't even know exist. Check it out on the link above. Now we're going to East End. This is definitely not a ghost town, but hopefully they're going to get this train service started up this summer. There are a couple cool buildings here to shoot, and it has a great coffee shop. Darling, Saskatchewan is just outside of Shaunavon. It's a really cool ghost town.
That's a ghost town? What's that a ghost town?
Starting in about 1980, the church closed down and a lot of services left. There's this old service station. When the doors opened, I took a peek inside. There's a couple old homes here. And I'd say there's about 12 residents.
Man, when is that away from Bonzi?
But my favorite is this old classic church.
Oh, snap. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Cleaning it, cleaning it, cleaning it, cleaning it. Keep it down, keep it down. What was his name? Larry the Cable Guy. Keep it down. Sorry, class, I hear that.
Next up is Shaunavon. This is definitely the most populated town on the route. It's also where you can get all of your services. It's got a couple really cool grain elevators you can shoot. And if you get a chance, check out the Saskatchewan famous Harvest Eatery. After Shaunavon, there's this really cool abandoned bridge. I think they shut this down in 1989. Now we're going to Scottsdale. This is one of my favorite ghost towns. There is one family who lives here, and they own the entire town. We spend a lot of time restoring and caring for the building.
I need more water, but I can't
We
want to waste
don't
the good
mind people
water.
stopping by and checking things out, but of course we respect the fact that it is private
Boil some
property.
water right there. That's it.
That's an old curling rink. These used to be very popular in rural Saskatchewan.
Let me see. You guys can see better right there. Mhm.
But here's the jackpot. This guy collects cars. Really old cars.
Look at my life program chart.
There's gotta be a few dozen of them here. Every time I come back, there seems to be more.
$250,000, Kathy. Don't fuck that up. I kid you not, Kathy. Do not fucking fuck that up. You're a goddamn idiot if you fuck up $250,000. Okay? It's still filled when you guys there.
And there's also this old church.
Do not
He's done
fuck
a
that
great
money
job
up.
restoring this building.
Last time. The hell are you trying to fucking spy on me
There's
for?
only a handful of old houses here. And you can't even enter the front yard because they're so overgrown. And here's the old school. I think they used this as a community hall for a long time, but now it's just not being used at all. Now we're going to Admiral, Saskatchewan. There is a few residents that live here. But Main Street has a few cool buildings that you can check out. The building to my left actually used to be a Ford dealership, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Just grab my laptop case.
And this building used to be the gas station. You can see part of the pump right there to your left. I think it's being used for storage now. The trip up Main Street is really cool with these three churches. This one's been abandoned. I do believe the other two are used as residences. And someone bought the school to the left and would use it as a studio of some sort. And I'm not sure what the person's doing with the old hockey rink on the right. Next up is Cadillac, Saskatchewan. Again, it's not a real ghost town. It just has a couple cool buildings to shoot. But I really like this old Cadillac hotel. They used to have an art gallery upstairs. I'm not sure if they do anymore.
trying, we're not getting nothing. No.
Question made.
Because this one's nice, but you just got
Measuring the fringe and make. Looking for the steak.
nice, but.
It's always good to meet a fellow. Burger and toast. Note to self class. So one thing I've come to find out about Parasite is, cancer. Sorry, moose tongue. The cancer. The closer you get towards the end of it, the darker it'll get. That one. It's going to get better. You just wasted $250,000. Fuck him. You guys are lucky I had meat yesterday. I can't.
Shafine in color. Man, I don't know why you walk like that. Little tiny load.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry, class. I took just a minute to meditate. Well, full today. I'm gonna cancel class here pretty soon. I'm trying to go for at least one video. I'm sorry, this is yeah. Love you guys.
But it's this classic old grain elevator with these trucks in front that you're really going to enjoy shooting. Pontex is a French town with 2 grain elevators. It's worth stopping and ending. Now we're going to Aneroid, Saskatchewan. It still has 1 grain elevator. The old hockey rink is being used for storage, I think. But there are a couple really cool buildings in downtown that you can shoot as well. But what everybody comes here for is this old, beautiful church. It looks like someone's doing some work here. Hopefully they're going to restore it. And the school across the street is just breathtaking. I did read recently that someone had bought this building and they were going to do something with it. However, it looks like they gave up on that project. I could be wrong.
I'm glad you guys are questioning. That's great. I keep forgetting that. You just,
Now
I
I'm
want
going to
people to
stop at the
believe
Cinnabon
blindly.
to get some gas. And maybe some sandwiches. Maxstone, Saskatchewan is just south of the Cinnabon. It's got this really cool looking church and an old schoolyard. There was a sign that said you can call somebody if you want to go inside the buildings, but I didn't do that today. Now we're going to Wood Mountain, Saskatchewan. There is, in fact, no mountains here. I'm not sure how they came up with the name. They do have this really unique looking church in town. I'm not sure if it's in use anymore, but I don't think it is.
It's just levels.
Most of the businesses in town are no longer in use, including this old grocery store and the hotel next to it. I'm pretty sure these were both open until about the 80s. left town here in the 90s. And the last grain elevator was torn down about 10 years ago. This is an old Gulf gas station. And there's still the old school in town. It looks like this closed in about the year 2000. I'm not sure what they're doing with it anymore, but I think it's being used for storage. The one big mystery about this town is why there's 1 kilometer train track still in town. There's no train tracks on each side. Now we're going to Fur Mountain. This town is really cool. It doesn't look like anybody at all lives here anymore, but there's got to be at least 1,000 houses here.
Oh yeah. Water.
It's in this quiet valley, so when you hear it's kind of eerie. There is a post office in town where people pick up and drop off mail. You gotta make sure you have Fur Mountain on your list when you're cruising southwest Saskatchewan. And it's not that far away from the Valley of a Thousand Doves.
Once was that baby in the fire. So much over there.
It's hard to believe that this school closed down in 1987. Brantford, Saskatchewan is not a ghost town, but what I really like about the town is this neat church at the end of Main Street. It's also got an abandoned gas station and a grain elevator that's still in use. McCord, Saskatchewan, again, is not a ghost town, but it's got this really cool museum here. Across from the grocery store, you can find this restored gas plant. And they saved their train station, turned it into a museum. It was closed while I was here, but I also wanted to check out the caboose. Don't forget to check out Val Lake Saskatchewan. It's on the Eric Grasslands National Park. It's got all of your services, including some really nice cafes. You can also spend the night here. It's a bed and breakfast now. It's a gorgeous building. This is where I pick up my coffee. It's got a really cool art gallery there as well. And don't forget to check out 70 Mile View. It's only about 10 kilometers away. Macefield, Saskatchewan is a really small ghost town. Most of it's been taken over by farming operations, but there are still a couple cool buildings to check out here. I once got an email from a lady who lived in this house. She was the teacher in the area. Now the yard has been taken over by cows. And here's the old bank vault. I checked, there's no money in there. Fort Meade, Saskatchewan used to be really cool. This main street was just filled with buildings. It's mostly been gutted now, but there's still a grain elevator to go and check out. The old church is now on private property, but you can still see it from the road. Luma, Saskatchewan. Another very small ghost town. Last time I was here, there's actually a couple residences, but not anymore. And finally, Lake Plato. Only a couple things to see here. But you are now just a few kilometers away from Old Man on the South. That's the one place in Saskatchewan where on a clear day, you can see the mountains.
What is it? Oh, I'm gonna walk the dog. I'm walking the dog.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy your visit to Southwest Saskatchewan. In this video, we're going to explore about 20 ghost towns and abandoned places in northern and eastern Saskatchewan. If you like abandoned churches, you're really going to like this episode. We're also going to see a bunch of grain elevators, gas stations, and a whole bunch more. This video was shot in July of 2024. So let's begin. Our first stop is Three Sailors, Saskatchewan. This is along Highway 16, north west of North Battleford.
Imagine.
This church was hit by a tornado in 1989 and moved off its foundation, but it still stands. The town is mostly a museum now, and it's open in summer by appointment only. It's one of my favorite churches in the entire province. The grain elevator was moved across the highway onto a private farm. And the rest of the town is just one road with a couple of residences. Our next stop is the ghost town of Robin Hood, Saskatchewan. This town is located about 45 minutes north of North Battleford. And I'll put a list of all these towns in the description below, including GPS locations when needed. The town has about 5 residents left.
So glad so.
Not very many buildings.
You're gonna kind of see more seats.
That may or may not have been the fire station.
You're more here, so.
The post office
Yeah,
closed in
yeah.
1971, and the rail line was abandoned. Afterwards,
Basically,
most of the
you're
residents
still
left.
watching,
But this town has one gem, and it's the old church in the forest. In my first visit in 2005, there wasn't nearly as many trees.
But you
In summertime, it's kind of hard to see the church from the road. It is now labeled no trespassing, and there's a sign on there that says it's
I got a
dangerous.
lot of work to do. I clean it and do not behind it. It's crazy.
Our next stop is Whitco, Saskatchewan. This is about a 30-minute drive northeast of North Battleford. It used to be one of the best ghost towns in all of Saskatchewan. It still has one of the old Ukrainian churches here. When I first visited here in 2005, the hotel and restaurant were still open. Now there's no businesses left. In fact, most of the town is now a farming operation. And the grain elevator is one of the most popular spots to shoot in all of Saskatchewan. Behind those trees, there is a former store. You just can't see it in summer. Our next stop is Cryodor, Saskatchewan. It's between Hafford and Blaine Lake. The railroad left about 10, 15, 20 years ago. And the population dwindled pretty quickly. Main Street has a whole bunch of abandoned buildings, including the old cafe and hotel. There's still 14 residents who call this place home. I remember when this store was still open, about 15 years ago. It used to be a hardware store. Unfortunately, they've had to put up security cameras everywhere, probably because people were breaking into these old buildings. Someone still owns them, so please treat them with respect. The entire time I was here, I did not see a single person drive down Main Street. I'm not sure what this building used to be, but I suspect it was the grocery store. Maybe someone in the comment section can let me know. And like most of these Ukrainian towns, there's a church on the edge of town. This one was built in 1934. And I don't think it's in use anymore, but someone still cares for it. Next up is Smut, Saskatchewan. This town is located about a half an hour northeast of Saskatoon. It was not a very big town, and there's still a few buildings left.
Oh, I gotta get more of
I
that
don't
Himalayan
think
salt
anybody lives
teacher
in the town anymore. At one point, there were still a few residences. And look at this building's taken over by the trees. But here's the old Smuts Hotel. About 15 years ago, someone stole a truck and crashed into the front of the building. It's very dangerous, I wouldn't go inside. Yeah, it seems to have been renovated pretty good over the years.
Oh, dude. Perfect.
Most of the buildings on Main Street are long gone, but behind those trees you may see some collapsed buildings. And there's the old sidewalk. On the outskirts of town is another church.
I got nice meal bag right there.
And if you drive about 2 kilometers west of town, there's yet another church, and the two is still cared for.
My phone.
Just up the highway from Smuts is Alvena, Saskatchewan, and that's going to be our next stop. There's still a lot of people who live here, but not nearly as many who lived here at its peak. And like most of these small towns, it has a church. This looks like it used to be the baseball diamond. Almost every business on Main Street has now been closed, but there are still some that are open. If you enjoy these videos, please consider donating $10 to your favorite animal shelter. It'll make me very happy. Because of how close it is to Saskatoon, a lot of more people seem to be moving here, and they've done a lot of things to improve the town. It's actually really pretty now. And this barber and billiard shop is one of my favorite abandoned businesses in all of Saskatchewan. This church is now private property. And there's another really good abandoned church right in the center of town. It seems to be in pretty bad shape. On the highway between Waka and Melfort is the old railroad trestle bridge. You can't really do anything here because it is no trespassing and you can't access the top. You can only view from the side of the highway. But I did bring my drone to get a closer look. I think this railroad has been abandoned since the 70s.
Just throw it away right over me.
Maryville, Saskatchewan is located about 25 minutes northeast of Melfort, Saskatchewan. It's famous for the 3 churches all at one intersection. Nobody lives here anymore. This is the most famous of the 3 churches. It's been abandoned for decades and it's in pretty bad shape.
You know what?
By the way, have you visited any of these ghost towns I'm featuring in this video? If so, let me know in the comment section below. And here's another one of the churches. It's recently been boarded up, probably because of vandals. I think until recently, They did hold some events here, but it doesn't look like they'll be doing so
Okay, that's
anymore.
one light on it. That's on the phone.
And a little further down the road
Looks too
is yet
nice.
another church.
Yeah, what the heck?
This one is a Catholic
I
church.
just wish there was a poltergeist in here and I have to get rid of it tonight. This is ridiculous. That is it. Little people, man. Freaking little people. YouTube number one.
I don't think there
I'm
really
sorry,
was
guys,
much of
I'm
the
trying to find my cell phone.
The train never came.
I just
It was at one point a school.
What the hell? I hate having to use that controller.
Our next stop is Boston, Saskatchewan. It's located about 20 minutes north of Wadena, Saskatchewan. The train still services this town, but it doesn't come very often. There isn't any more grain elevators, but there are a couple churches. One of them is still in use, the other one's been abandoned for a long time.
A miracle.
And next door to the abandoned church is an abandoned community hall. I'd also be very interested to know where you are watching this video from. I live in Saskatchewan. Where do you live? Please leave it in the comment section below. And right in town, they also have the old gas station and the old hotel, neither of which are still in use. "20 kilometers southwest of Boston is one of the most amazing abandoned churches in Saskatchewan. This is the location, Township Road 370 at Range Road 2151.
Just had the res like last night. I said,
I've been told this church has never been used.
if you go to Sylvan to get the brookie has bioengineered ingredients. I'm sorry, I recommend it. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Don't eat
It's
it.
actually very true. But it is glorious. I wouldn't try to go inside. It doesn't look very safe.